Hey everybody, it's Thomas Heath. Welcome to a bonus episode of Ask Thomas Heath, Answers to Life and Business. Who I have on with me is Pam Winholtz. She is a career coach and life coach, just like myself, certified, the real deal. Pam and I know each other originally from 1 Million Cups Charleston. Every Wednesday at 9 o'clock, go find one in your city. We're going to talk today about this, live with no regrets. And specifically in Pam's case, how a lightning strike jolted her to go and realize her dream. Tell the audience what happened to you.
Well, I was standing outside. This was in spring 2020, in the middle of the pandemic, working from home. And I was standing outside taking a break. It was raining, there was lightning, one struck pretty close. And then the big one came. And it was so loud and it cracked the sky open. The bolt itself was red. It was very close to the ground. It was blocked by my garage. I just found myself on the ground with my hands covering my ears, screaming. Life stopped for me.
What were you screaming? What were you screaming?
All that came out was air. I was tingly on my arms and my legs. I was tingly for hours. And when I stopped screaming, I realized I was screaming. And I ran out of breath and I stopped. I couldn't believe I was alive. I was gasping. I was out of breath just from the shock, I think. And I made a video so I wouldn't forget anything because I thought I might die. And also what could have been my last words. My children and anyone who found me and saw this video.
Bring us through, like, how do you go from that to like, I need to record this. I may be going.
So I knew I wanted to document this in case I wanted to look at it later, or of course, in case someone thought if I was dead, so they could see what happened. But just in case I wanted to remember it or tell people about it, I wanted it to be an accurate representation of what happened because it's so unbelievable.
You know, that's pretty clear thinking for someone who almost got struck by lightning. You were able to pull that off.
I thought of everything I've learned about being in a storm. I kept myself small. Things around me were bigger than I. Even the small end table. I was near 2 plastic tables. I didn't touch them. I didn't move because nothing had happened. I was okay.
I was almost feeling like I was watching a movie with this like amazing, female actor who's just talking about almost dying. But the thing is, it was real for you.
I was not struck by lightning, but that's the closest lightning has ever come to where I was. My heart is racing. I'm shaking. It's probably the adrenaline.
It was real. It was so real and so truthful. Did this message subconsciously propel you to action so you wouldn't regret not living in the place of your dreams? Because essentially, what I heard is, okay, I haven't lived with any regrets and I'm still not going to.
Yes, well, that statement, I don't have anything I regret, had 2 parts. One was for some controversial decisions I'd made earlier a few years back about a major trip I had taken, a traveling trip. And some people didn't agree with it. And I don't regret it because it changed my life. This incident was a reminder that, my gosh, Pam, life is short. We just don't know when it's going to end. What else are you going to do with the rest of your life? Because when I'd taken that trip, it was life-changing. And I don't regret anything about that trip. It was amazing.
Do you mind sharing where you went?
Yeah, it was a round the world trip. I went to 28 countries and I took a year sabbatical. And so I'd done all these amazing things. And here I was now just doing the ordinary. And I thought to myself, if I died from this, because I still wasn't sure if there was electrical misfunction or I might die in a few hours, because I was going into shock.
Yeah, your heart, yeah.
And I don't know anything about electricity and lightning. I've never been nearly struck.
Well, my father-in-law, God rest his soul, Walter Bachman, who lived to be 100, got struck twice by lightning. And he had, I don't know if he quite had what you had, yet one of them wasn't pretty on the golf course. This vision, this dream of living somewhere where you enjoy the view and water. So it had to have a water view, correct? That was important. Now,
yes.
Had you thought about this before? Had you shared this with friends? Did people know this about you? And were you just not doing anything about it? Or were you like just pushing down, subjugating this real desire and settling as opposed to really living where you wanted to be? So was it older stuff or was it like,
Well, everyone knows about me that I always talk about a beautiful view. Someday, someday I want to have a beautiful view. And
Mm.
I'd had beautiful views in the past, but I was recovering from divorce and was not in the financial situation I'd been before. So it was kind of just waiting for something to change. And it was good enough. It was settling for where I was. But it wasn't what I really wanted.
Did you have any of the negatives saying, well, you're not going to be able to afford it or this and that? Did any of that exist for you? Any doubt?
Yeah, some of it, the committee who would say, yeah, but Pam, how are you going to afford it? What are you going to give up for that beautiful view? It's going to cost you twice as much money. How are you going to do it? And I thought, well, I'm going to make it work. I'm going to kick myself in the butt. I'm going to have to get more clients. I'm going to have to get more structure. I'm going to have to get serious. Eventually, I did end up where I wanted to be.
Where are you?
Oh, I've got a beautiful view on the Gulf Coast of Florida with a balcony overlooking the water, and I hear dolphins with their air spouts, I don't know what's called, the air holes, swim by. I see pelicans. I saw a bald eagle last week. I see stingrays from my balcony. It's a better view than I ever even dreamed would be possible for little old me.
Are you renting or do you buy?
I'm renting.
Yeah. So, for those people like, oh, I could never afford something like that. Well, you thought the same thing too, yet there you are watching your dolphins. What would you say to someone that doesn't want to, they're not going to get a lightning strike, yet they don't want to live with regrets? They're thinking of something they want to do, but they're because of fear or whatever, they're talking themselves out of it.
There's only one person that can decide, and that's ourselves. And we have to decide it's worth overcoming our fear. Because if you don't do it now, when will you do it?
And anyone who gets to see this video that may care, or if it impacts you, to live your life, because it's so amazing out there.
That's great. I always say, especially when I'm teaching at a college or university, I teach at a couple of them around town. I tell them, don't settle. Don't get a job. Find a career that you love. Find what gets you out of bed in the morning and make it your life.
Exactly. I mean, as a kid, I never dreamed I'd be living this lifestyle. I thought that's for celebrities. And that's part of why I named my company Dare to Dream Bigger.
Yeah.
Because dream bigger. You never know what you can accomplish.
Well, I'm so glad that we got a chance to have this conversation, and just know that myself and the 1 Million Cups community in Charleston is virtual now, so we can always see your smiling face, and we are just we're happy for you. We're happy because you're happy. More importantly, you're fulfilled, and you went after it, which I just so respect. And
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm hoping that if one person takes action after hearing your story to realize their dreams, this has all been worth it.